This one's kind of a wild ride. Lots of steps. Be ready to like watch the whole video first and then go back and watch it and then rewatch scenes because it is really easy to get lost with this one. Okay, first thing I want to do is select all and layer, transparency, add alpha channel, and edit and delete. You can also use a delete button if you have a real delete button and not the fake Apple delete button that's actually backspace. Where's delete? Oh, clear. They call it clear. I'm sorry. Okay, so if I've cleared all the white off and it's totally see-through, I should see that checkerboard pattern that I know and love. Okay, if I use a rectangle select tool, just draw something that doesn't touch the top or the bottom. It's fairly thin. Okay, I'm going to make it a little shorter actually, but different sizes and shape. Maybe you're going to have room for. Just imagine if you copy this and pasted it several times. Would you have 7 of them? That's cool. Would you have 3 of them? That's cool. Would you have 100 of them? That's probably going to be a lot of work. I wouldn't make it that thin. Like that would probably be a little too thin. But if you're up for the work, you can make it that thin. All right. Don't make it this wide because then you're gonna have 2 petals. That's boring. Okay. Anyway, find the color that you want. You want some flower petals to be. I'm gonna go with like a fuchsia, more on the fuchsia side. Yeah. Okay. You pull it over, drop it in, and then find a different color. Anything but the one you selected. I think this color should go nicely, like a gold, a corn color. Okay, and back to our brush. And this time we're going to make sure we get something real jittery. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up quite a bit more and go to a brush that is not a dot. In fact, that should be pretty cool. Let's try that out. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's try that out. Oh, too big, too big, too big. 64 is probably too big. I want to have several little splotches inside, so I'm going to go paint, 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 paint. Pretty good. Kind of like it. Yeah. All right. So once I've got a whole bunch of messes on there, different spots. Okay, so I'm going to go to something called perspective. Shift P appears to be the shortcut. All right, so again, I still have my rectangle selected. If you grab the bottom half of your rectangle and just pull it over, your goal is to get this pointy at the end. But you cannot put them right on top of each other because you lose a lot of what the stuff you put in, the work and stuff. So I would just put one square right on top of another one almost. So you still keep most of what you had as far as that texturing you just made. And when it looks pretty decent to you, then say enter. I'll click the transform button over on the right, and there is my flower petal. All right. Now I'm going to say Command C. Okay, and then I'm going to go to this Move tool, shortcuts M, and then say Command V. Now it pasted it, but it pasted right on top of the other one. I can't even see it, so I'm going to grab it and move it. Now what you want to do is do not let them touch. I mean, I guess it's not super important, but it's better if you don't. Okay, do not let them be in a straight line like this. Put it a little higher, and then paste the next one. Put that a little lower. See how it's not crossing over, okay? Do not let them touch. They can be a little far apart, okay? Irregular is good, okay? Paste, move, paste, move, paste, move, paste, move. Can I squeeze one more in? What do you think? That's ambitious. Let's see. Really cannot. Well, no, I'm not going to go for it. Instead, I'm going to take this one and put it like just floating out away from the other guys. Okay, all right, good. Make sure you anchor it too. Mine's probably not anchored. Yep, it's not anchored. See, look at my layers. I have floating selection. So hit the anchor. There we go. Now I can select none. Oh, nothing selected. Okay. All right, so I got a bunch of petals. Probably guess what we're going to do next, right? Filters. One of our favorite distorts would be polar coordinates. Okay, so I got some petals. All right, very pretty. Okay. So next thing I need to do is duplicate this, and we're going to call one of them something like flower petals. So also P-E-T-A-L-S. How about that? Okay. And then for this other one, I'm going to call this S-H-A-D-O-W. All right, go ahead and hide the petals for now. Okay. For shadow, couple steps. It's a little weird, so follow me. Okay. First, I need to get the magic wand and select the nothing. Okay, so all the checkers are selected right now. Don't pull anything over. I'm just going to show you. They're all selected right now, okay? Now I want to select the petals instead, so I'm going to invert the selection. Now I flipped it around, so the petals are selected instead, right? So what you need to do is go back to black and pull black over so that your petals are black. Don't worry, the real ones are still on top, right? Okay. So I got a shadow here, and it's still selected, so I'm going to say select none, because I got them in black, okay? And I'm going to go to filters, blur, Gaussian, and just kind of watch the petals, get them blurry enough that they look like a shadow. So mine is at 1.5. I'm going to say like 10. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So that's my shadow. Those are my petals. See, shadow underneath. Okay. The shadow is extremely important because of what we're going to do next. We're going to make 2 sets of petals. So I'm going to say duplicate. Computer. Hello. Duplicate. Okay. Good. Good computer. Good. And here's shadow. I'm going to duplicate. Okay. Now I'm going to keep this shadow with these petals, I guess. So I've got petals and shadow and petals and shadow. So these top 2, the petals and shadow, I'm going to chain those together. Okay? Right by the eyeball, there's an invisible chain link thing. Okay? It's in a little box. So hit the chain, These 2 are stuck together, which means now when I go to rotate, which is right here, or Shift R if you like those shortcuts, then it's going to rotate them together. So I'm going to grab one of those petals and just like spin the wheel. Okay? Until they're kind of cool looking, I guess, all right? And then say rotate. All right, so I've got petals on top of a shadow, on top of petals on top of a shadow, right? So here's the petals on top and the shadow underneath it, and the petals on top and shadow underneath it. Okay, so notice how this shadow, the petals don't look that cool unless they're offset by the shadow. It makes it, rise up above the other petals. And that's it. You can duplicate it again if you want to have more petals and more shadow. That's up to you. I'll make another 3rd set on top here. We'll chain those together, spin those around, makes it a little fuller, but that's optional. Okay, as long as you've got 4 layers, you don't need 6. I guess 3 sets, I should say. So last, just kind of make the middle. Okay, I'm going to make the stamen and pistil and I don't know, whatever they're called. Anybody into biology out there, please let me know what the right names are. And I guess let's just get some regular brushes again. And what's a good color for these? Should I get like, I don't know nothing about flowers. Are they ever blue? That'd be kind of cool if they were. I'm going to pretend they are sometimes. Okay, and I'll just make a bunch of, that's not blue. Blue, you're embarrassing me. Where'd you go, blue? Blue. There we go. That's what I forgot. Okay. Okay, so I'll make some blue in the middle. Notice how I do that on a new layer, because you may change your mind later. Okay, so it's good to, whenever you're doing a document, make new layers. That way you don't ever lose any details, or it's easy to change your mind later. Blue with, I'll do a brighter yellow. This one, tiny yellow dots. There we go. Does that look kind of like a? I'm not good at flowers. All right, I need to go look at some more flowers, right? Take some more pictures. All right, so anyway, you want to do the middle is cool with me, but that's it. When you're done, export it, upload it. Thanks for watching.